What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another episode of No Holds Barred Wrestling Podcast. I'm your host, Kyle Masters, the greatest host. As always, I am not alone in the studio for the Raw review. I do have one co-host with me. It is No Cell Phil.
What's up, everybody?
Here to do the Raw review, and it was Slammy Award night on Raw. Not the greatest Raw NHBWP's put out there, and the Slammies were pretty bad. Didn't really kind of look like they did fan voting. I think a little bit bullshit on some of the votes, but we'll get to it as we go along with the awards. Raw started off with Stephanie McMahon coming out, saying nothing that can keep her mad because it's a Slammy Award night. Yada yada yada. Reigns interrupts. Some more yada yada yada. More useless shit, and then they stop arguing and Reigns walks away. So just a pointless intro to Raw. I'm not sure what the hell that was for. I guess just from what Roman Reigns did to Triple H 2 weeks ago. And again, another pointless intro to Raw since tonight was all about the Slammies. So, I don't know. I can't even tell where this feud's going to go to. Triple H is probably going to face Roman Reigns down the road, but when? Is it going to be at the Royal Rumble?
I want to say the Royal Rumble, but...
we don't even have, a clear-cut number one contender right now for the title.
I don't know.
It kind of looks like they've made Sheamus, just back with the League of Nations now and just took him out of the title picture completely.
Yeah, is he going to get his rematch? What's going on here?
I honestly thought it was going to be Brock Lesnar, but we'll talk about that later on in the night. Going into the first award, we had the Breakout Superstar of the Year, I guess WWE's version of the Rookie of the Year. The nominees were Neville, Charlotte, Tyler Breeze, Braun Strowman, and the winner ended up being Neville. I think it should have been Kevin Owens.
Yeah?
To be honest. I'm not sure how Neville has a breakout of the year. He didn't really break out this year. Kevin Owens broke out of NXT and became the number 2 heel in the company.
Pretty much.
I don't understand how WWE picks. This is what I mean. It's not fan. I guarantee you fans voted for Kevin Owens. Who the hell voted for Neville for breakout star of the year? It doesn't make any sense. If they went through fan voting and through votes on Twitter, I don't understand how Neville won this. It's another award where WWE likes to choose their own winner, I guess.
Was Owens even nominated?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Owens was nominated. I forgot to read that. He was one of the nominees.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe most of the voters were like me, and they already see Owens as a bona fide veteran, and they completely forgot that he's a rookie.
It seems that way. His success, it seems like he's already a bona fide current superstar, and he's been here for years, but it's his first year.
Yeah.
It hasn't even been a full year yet since he's been in WWE. It's insane.
Yeah. If you listen to our Slammy Award show, you would know that we voted for Kevin Owens to be our Rookie of the Year.
Our rookie/breakout star of the year, but I guess WWE's is Neville. I guess they like Neville instead. This could be a good thing. This could be something to build on for maybe we're going to see Neville do bigger and better things in 2016.
Yeah, but then he jobbed out to the League of Nations later tonight, so maybe not.
Yeah, we'll get into that later. Going into the number one first match of the night, we had Bray Wyatt versus Kane. It wasn't really hardly a match, I guess. The Wyatts attacked Kane all at the same time in the beginning after the first 2 minutes of the match. And Team ECW comes out for the save, and that actually turns into the match, which is Team ECW and Kane versus the Wyatt family. That hardly was a match either, as it was a quick 5-minute match, and for some reason Kane was there. It ended up being
Wyatt's. So it was 4-on-5?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it ended up being the Wyatts squashing Team ECW once again.
Was it 4-on-5?
It was Kane and Team ECW against Bray Wyatt, Braun Strowman, Eric Rowan, and
Luke Harper.
So yes, 4-on-5.
And the Wyatts won again.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess I'm happy about that.
They crushed. Basically, it was all them destroying Team ECW.
Yeah.
Kane was non-relevant in this match. Okay. Great return for Kane right there, guys. Great return. You return to ring action, and you're just basically there observing the Wyatts job ECW for the 3rd week in a row. Way to go, Kane. Speaking of laugh out louds, the second award of the night is the laugh out loud moment of the year for WWE. A pointless award, to be honest. What the fuck is laugh out loud of the year? You can only we had more awards. We had about 18 awards. Yet WWE can't think of anything better than laugh out loud moment of the year.
Hashtag of the year. Are you kidding me?
The nominees for the laugh out loud moment of the year were Edge and Christian and New Day with the saxophone kazoo battle. The Bushwhackers Hall of Fame induction, which I didn't really remember that.
I didn't even see that.
Really, I guess it wasn't memorable if it wasn't funny. I'm not sure why this was a nominee. The Miz's Niagara commercial.
That was funny. This is such a long time ago, though.
Yeah. New Day dancing with Stephanie McMahon and Triple H in the ring.
New Day dancing anytime. It doesn't have to be.
But I think this was more because Triple H started dancing. So I think that's why it was a laugh out loud moment. And then R-Truth thinks he is in the Money in the Bank ladder match, which ended up being the winner of the laugh out loud moment of the year, which kind of made sense for that award. Santino accepted the award on R-Truth's behalf, but then R-Truth came out and chased Santino off the stage. Ugh, that was so PG. That's terrible. It's still a pointless award, though.
Yeah, I mean, that was funny, the moment, I guess.
Yeah.
My funniest moment of the year is when Jamie Noble, he's like, I know I'm considered to be the secret weapon of the authority, and then just the looks Rollins gives to the camera.
That's funny.
Yeah.
What the hell is with these? Half of these nominees shouldn't even be on this freaking page. This is terrible.
Yeah.
God, WWE, what a pointless award.
I mean, some of those were funny, but...
That little moment you should go to WWE for thinking about half of these awards.
Yeah.
You guys are fucked up. But moving on to the third award, we had another award after that, the Oh My God shocking moment of the year. We had...
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah, just like that. If anyone's seen that, they know what we're talking about. The top 50 Oh My God DVD, where like every single number, the repeated song was Oh My God. It's just after you get down to like 20, it's like, holy shit, shut up, don't say that anymore. But anyways, the nominees for that award was Seth Rollins cashing in at WrestleMania 31, Brock Lesnar destroying everybody. I think that was a Monday Night Raw episode where he just kind of suplexed everyone during that whole episode of Raw. I think I distinctly remember something like that. I think he only did it to 2 sets of teams, and that was it. But I guess it's a oh my God shocking moment. I mean,
I don't remember.
It's so good. I remember half of it.
Yeah,
that's how good it was. But another one was recently Celine Del Sol off the ladder at TLC. Bray Wyatt attacking Undertaker after the Hell in a Cell match. I'm not sure why that was a oh my God moment. I guess there's just everyone's like, oh God, he's gonna feud with Bray Wyatt again. So shocking. Okay, moving on. The last nominee is Sheamus cashing in his Money in the Bank and winning the WWE title. And the winner of this was Kalisto.
So, the Kalisto at TLC, the move.
Yeah, that was the oh my God shocking moment of the year.
Now, that should have been an extreme moment. They had an award for that.
Yeah, they did. Was he nominated for that?
I don't think so. So you see, this is WWE like picking the nominees because they want to manipulate who's going to win.
Who's backstage picking these nominees? I want to know who picked all of these.
Vince McMahon, probably.
Is he even watching half the WWE this year?
Like, okay, the winner of the oh my God moment should have been an extreme. An
extreme moment of the year. That should have been extreme moment of the year. I don't understand why it's in an oh my God shocking moment of the year. Like, yeah, it was a shocking moment, like it was nuts, but it's an extreme moment.
Yeah.
Because...
And it wasn't even nominated.
That's pretty bad. But I guess they got Oh My Gosh Shocking award for it.
Yeah, I'm glad that it got recognized, but like, for the wrong category.
Yeah, wrong winner of the award, wrong category. But moving on to match number 2, we had Dolph Ziggler versus Kevin Owens. This ended up being a really good match. Owens pretty much dominating most of the match. Ziggler kind of looked like he was coming for a comeback. He ran towards Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens kind of tossed him up in the air, caught him, and pop-up power bombed him for the win. Really not sure where that feud direction is going into. Are they going to have a triple threat match for the IC title, which actually is going to be ended up happening on SmackDown. Super SmackDown Live tomorrow. Not regular SmackDown, but Super SmackDown Live tomorrow. Live. Holy shit, it's live. SmackDown. Yeah, super. Ugh. I can't even get excited for a live SmackDown because they put the word super in front of it.
Yeah, that kind of ruins it. Kind of like when they called Raw Super Show for a couple weeks.
When they had Raw Super Show for weeks on, it's like, okay, is it going to be Super Show from now on? I don't understand. Yeah. But that was pretty much the death of the brand split when they called it Super Show.
Yeah.
Because everyone was appearing on both shows whenever they wanted to, and it just never was scripted properly.
Yeah.
That pretty much killed the brand split.
Yep. Even the Super Show was SmackDown font.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was in SmackDown because SmackDown superstars were on the Raw show.
Yeah.
So, anyways, moving into after that, we had the 4th award of the night. It was Superstar of the Year, which was weird because we thought it was a little early for that. Yeah. We thought maybe they're going to do like an end segment with Superstar of the Year, which didn't turn out that way. But they had Superstar of the Year as the 4th award of the night, and they had everyone on the roster nominated.
Which is good.
Could go from, surprisingly, Heath Slater to Curtis Axel to Damian Sandow to anybody, just anyone, any Eva Marie can win Superstar. I think she should be considered Diva of the Year. I think this goes under the male category.
Oh, okay.
So, winner, clear-cut winner, obviously. It was our winner, too. Seth Rollins.
Pretty much the only winner we agreed with.
Basically, he's obviously the only winner. You can't really agree on anyone else. He's clear-cut. He's had such a great and big year this year. So, Rollins did come out on crutches.
One of the few award winners to show up.
Yeah, this was really bad tonight. We'll get into that later. But Rollins showing up in crutches. Says he'd like to say thank you, but he can't because of the fact that no one else could even come close to winning this award, which he's 100%. Like, you didn't have to be a heel for this. He's 100% right. But, yep, Seth Rollins, he's still on crutches, so, still rehabbing that injury. We hope to see him in the next half a year, maybe, come back.
Wait, so what if Rollins didn't win? He's recovering from an injury, and you're telling me that he flew all the way from probably Iowa to Minneapolis on the off chance that he wins the Slam Award?
Maybe he came to say hi to everybody.
I guess. But I mean, you're just sit at home and recover from your injury.
I really thought this was going to go in a different direction, just like the NHL All-Star voting, and they had John Scott leading over everybody, like Patrick Kane and John. I think they're going to go stupid and vote like Heath Slater Superstar of the Year. and just go
that would
nuts.
have been great.
I mean, that probably would have sparked the show after this boring-ass show we'll get into later. That would have been probably the highlight of the show, which is sad. Really sad for Monday Night Raw.
Superstar of the Year, baby.
But moving on, we went to match number 3. We had Alberto Del Rio versus Jack Swagger, which ended up being a decent match. I mean, nothing too special. There wasn't really any involvement of the League of Nations. Oops, I spoke too soon. After Alberto Del Rio won the match, Sheamus comes in and bro kicks Swagger. I'm guessing they're starting to make League of Nations look stronger, as we'll get into later in the show as well. Going into the 5th award of the night was the Hero in Us All award, basically nominated to the superstar that goes out of their way off camera to support causes like Be a Star, Make a Wish, helping the homeless, stuff like that. We have the nominees of Natalya, Roman Reigns, Big Show, surprisingly, which I had no idea, but that's good to know that he's off camera. He's doing stuff to help the community.
Yeah.
Titus O'Neil and John Cena, and without a doubt, it had to have been John Cena. He was the winner. I mean, this guy has made the most Make-A-Wish wishes out of anyone in any sport or profession. He's made the most wishes out of anyone. So
over 500.
Yeah, respect to John Cena for all he's doing, and he continues to do so. He does so much off camera that people don't see. So respect to John Cena, and but unfortunately he wasn't there for some reason to accept the award. I mean, he's not doing anything right now. I'm pretty sure he's done filming that show, and he's returning to Raw next week.
Yeah.
So, I mean, why wasn't he on Raw?
Yeah,
I don't understand.
I guess he's still busy this week.
Mark Henry accepted the award on behalf, and saying that WWE doesn't, they don't do it for the award, and the superstars do it for themselves, and because they want to, not because they have to. So, it's good to know as well. So, moving on to the next award, we had the Surprise Return of the Year award. Nominees were the Dudley Boys on Raw, Chris Jericho of Night of Champions, Alberto Del Rio at Hell in the Cell, Kane. I'm not sure if that was even a return. I mean, he was still relevant at the time. He was Corporate Kane, and then his Demon Kane returned, I guess.
Yeah, they didn't even specify that's
Demon
not even
Kane
a surprise
return.
I know, he was active for pretty much the whole year.
Exactly, and the next nominee is Sting as well, who ended up being the winner. How does Sting get Surprise Return of the Year? He was here. This has been the year of Sting. He's had all his moments in WWE this year. I mean, yeah, he returned last year, Survivor Series, but all his top moments have been in 2015.
Yeah.
How is that a Surprise Return of the Year? How did Alberto Del Rio not win Surprise Return of the Year?
Nobody knew about it.
No one knew about it. No one expected it to happen after what happened, as we discussed in our Slammy Award video. This is just, I don't understand how Sting won over Del Rio. Again, this comes back to I think the fan voting is terrible. Or the Dudleys. Dudleys was even more surprising than Sting. This is what I mean. It comes back to, I don't think actually WWE goes to fan voting on half of their awards, or even all of them for that matter. I don't think they listen at all. I bet you if I went on Twitter right now, guarantee you Dudleys, Jericho, or Del Rio will beat out both Sting and Kane by a ton.
For the retweets, yeah.
I don't understand. I even seen too, as we'll get into later, the Tag Team of the Year award was won by the Usos, which is complete bullshit. But it showed on Twitter that the New Day got 100 or at least 1,050, at least almost 1,500 more votes and retweets than the Usos.
Yeah. I'm guessing Usos got more votes on Instagram or something.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to double check the two. And if not, that would be you scammed the Slammy
Or the
Wars.
Slammies are rigged.
Good for you. Your once a year thing. You scammed.
Yeah.
Sick. But yep, Sting I guess won surprise return of the year.
Which nobody was surprised about.
Surprisingly, I guess.
Yeah. Going
into match number 4, we had, speaking of the tag team of the year, we had New Day versus the Usos in a 3-on-2 handicap match. Again, how does the Usos win tag team of the year? They weren't there for half the year.
Yeah.
How does a tag team that was missing for half the year win tag team of the year? This doesn't make any sense whatsoever. New Day has had the greatest year imaginable for a tag team. From the heel turn in April to winning the WWE Tag Team Championships twice and becoming the most relevant tag team in WWE like in a decade. Like, it's nuts. Since Evolution, they've been the most relevant tag team. Like, I don't understand. How did the Usos win? Anyways, this match ended up being just a kind of back and forth match. I mean, really not really a lot of good spots. It was a typical New Day match. I mean, with the corner beatdown, the trumpet moves, and just, I can't really talk anymore about this match on account of I'm so mad that the Usos won Tag Team of the Year. And to make matters even better, Jey Uso wins on a roll up.
Yeah, on Woods, I think.
On Woods.
Yeah.
You make him Tag Team of the Year and you make him win on a roll up, not their Uso finishing move. No, let's make him win on a roll up.
Yeah.
Like, I love how WWE likes to spit in our faces like that. Like, New Day equals buried right now. That's hashtag buried for New Day. But moving on from that into the 7th award of the night, we had Diva of the Year. A lot of good nominations this year, except for one in which I don't really get, but whatever. She was nominated, and that's Naomi.
Oh, yeah.
Other nominees were Nikki Bella, Paige, Charlotte, and Sasha Banks. Winner originally was Paige, as announced by R-Truth, but then WWE just pulled a Miss Universe swerve on us and made Nikki Bella win. Are you fucking kidding me, WWE? What? Why is Nikki Bella the only factor I can see Nikki Bella being Diva of the Year is that she was the longest reigning champion, which that's not even like her. That's not even all her. That's all WWE because they're just trying to spit in the face of CM Punk by burying his wife. That's probably one of the only reasons why, and they won't tell anybody. And I know that's the reason why she was the longest reigning champion, because they didn't want AJ Lee to be the longest reigning champion because they don't want to talk about her anymore.
Yep.
So besides that, Nikki Bella's had nothing this year. Paige has had a really, really dominating year this year. She's the one that started the Divas Revolution. How do you not have her Diva of the Year? I don't understand.
Well, either it's rigged or the votes. People voted for Nikki Bella.
I don't understand WWE. You really make me shake my head at when you do shit like this. But whatever, I guess Nikki Bella came out and it kind of looked like Paige and her were friends, and Paige accepted it for some reason. I don't know how she just accepted the fact that Nikki Bella was okay, like she was okay with Nikki Bella winning and hugging her. But didn't you hate Nikki Bella like a month or two ago?
Yeah, it didn't make any sense.
All of a sudden you're friends with her now? Is it because you're heel? Are you both heels? Is that why?
Oh yeah, heels.
I don't understand. I mean, Nikki Bella's in that, which is weird because Nikki Bella is injured, and she showed up on the show. Nikki Bella's injured, and she came up to accept the award. She's the only one to do it. What? Okay, I guess we'll give her Diva of the Year because she's the only one there to accept it.
Yeah.
Which is pretty sad. I don't know what the hell she was wearing either. That wasn't even a dress. It just looked like a tight, snuggy see-through. I don't even know what to call that.
It's not.
She should win PG. Worst outfit of the year.
Worst outfit.
You won it right in the spot, Nikki Bella. Good for you.
Didn't look too PG to me.
No, you can see through it. That's not PG at all. A lot of kids there. Come on, WWE. Get your shit together. The cool cover-up, as she said, I like to dedicate this award to all women out there back in the locker room and all people watching. Sick cover-up. I mean, you knew that fans were probably going to boo you, so
yeah, it's
a good cover-up, I guess. But moving on, we had match number 5. We had Neville against Rusev. Again, it's another back-and-forth contest. Not that bad of a match. Which really made me pissed off about this match was Miz commentating. It really distracted a lot of the match, and it literally I couldn't concentrate on the match because the Miz was so loud and obnoxious. and the commentators talking like literally you couldn't even hear the crowd. That's how loud they were on commentary. They weren't even talking about the match. They were just talking about how good of a freaking what am I trying to say? Just how good of a mentor he is to Neville. Like, it distracted the entire match. I didn't like it.
It's a shame because I was hoping the Miz would continue directing Neville last week.
Yeah, he did nothing about it. I mean, it was a pretty bad ending to this match too. Like Neville was setting up the red arrow, and then we couldn't even see what Rusev did because the camera was just on Neville the whole time. This is bad camera work as well. It just showed him, and something banged in the ring. It's still showing Neville. He kind of jumped up in the air and landed in the middle of the ring right into Rusev's super kick. Like, you would have seen him setting up the super kick if you jumped from the turnbuckle. I don't know. It was a really bad ending. He got super kicked and then alkalade, and he tapped out. Way to bury Neville, the breakout superstar of the year, getting jobbed to Rusev.
Yep.
Man, are they thinking backstage right now? It's like, okay, we're going to give breakout superstar to Neville, and then, let's just go make him get jobbed to Rusev.
No one else was available?
Wow. Wow, sick WWE, really good. And then after the match, we had the League of Nations look even stronger as Sheamus bro kicks Neville. So I'm guessing this Raw has been a way to get League of Nations some footage of how strong and how abusive they are to every superstar on the roster.
Except Roman Reigns.
As we'll get into later. But moving on, we had the 8th award of the night, the This Is Awesome of the Year award. We had the nominees of Lesnar destroying the car that Jamie Noble and Joey Mercury gave to him, where he threw the one door, the piece of the car hit the fan in the face.
Yeah.
That should have been an extreme moment of the year.
Yeah.
That's insane. But I guess that we just like to acknowledge the fact that they hit the fan who could have sued their ass. So, moving on, we had another nominee of the Orton and Rollins finish at their match at WrestleMania 31, where Rollins went for the curb stomp, basically got lifted up into the air into an RKO, which was a pretty sick moment. I thought that was pretty cool. I think that could have been in the, oh my god, shocking moment of the year, because no one saw that even coming, or... maybe this is awesome moment. It's a pretty good spot for it. But moving on, we had the Divas Revolution that night on Raw, where Stephanie McMahon likes to take credit for it for some reason. For the Divas Revolution, where Charlotte, Becky Lynch, and Sasha Banks made their debuts. Another moment, we had Shield reuniting together for that quick 30-second powerbomb. That was my moment of the year in our podcast, so that was pretty sick. I thought that was going to win. And then The Rock and Ronda Rousey's moment at WrestleMania 31, which ended up being the winner, which I thought, okay, it's been a really long Raw tonight. Maybe The Rock will show up and boost it up. Nope.
Nope.
No one showed up.
Not even
Terrible.
Triple H or
Not
Stephanie.
even Triple H or Stephanie McMahon to accept the award, even though they're the ones getting their ass kicked by it. That moment, I kind of somewhat agree with it. I mean, there are some better moments than that, but again, this comes down to I don't think they're listening to the fan voting, and their nominees are shit. But I think this moment, if I had to pick one out of this, I wouldn't have picked The Rock. I'm pretty sure I would have picked the Shield reuniting together in powerbombing Orton through the table. Because out of those nominees right there, I think that should have won it. Or Orton and Rollins. Move
those were my two
WrestleMania.
favorites.
I just don't understand how The Rock and Ronda Rousey. Again, I guess it was an awesome moment at the time. Like, I was pretty pumped up when The Rock brought Ronda Rousey in, because no one saw that coming either. Like, that was insane. Why wasn't that an oh my god shocking moment? That should have been in that. That's a shocking moment that he brought in Ronda Rousey into the ring.
Yeah.
Like, why was it in a This Is Awesome over the year?
I don't know. Oh my god, this is awesome. It's like...
They're both basically the same.
Yeah.
They just... I guess
couldn't that have also been a celebrity moment with Ronda Rousey? Like,
again, yep.
It's all just messed up.
Great work, WWE. It just kind of seemed like they rushed this, even though they've been kind of promoting it for a couple weeks now. It almost seems like it almost seems last minute on like the nominees and winners of these awards. So, anyways, moving on to match number 6 of the night, we had Becky Lynch against Brie Bella. This is basically a snooze fest. I mean, where's the Divas Revolution that they keep talking about? This match wasn't really that exciting.
I liked it. It was Becky Lynch.
Yeah, well, that's for another reason why. But what I found weird in this match is Brie Bella.
She's working
the arm the entire match, but her finisher requires no arms at all.
What is her finisher, anyways?
isn't it? Okay, cool. So Nikki Bella has the rack attack.
Yeah.
Brie uses the kicks as their signature, and I'm pretty sure it's like a face buster.
Oh, yeah.
How did that involve arms at all? And but it's like she's just working the arms the entire match, nothing else. That's what's weird about it. I mean, shouldn't that be Becky Lynch?
Yeah, Becky should be working Brie's arm.
Disarmer, which is weird because all of a sudden she hits the disarmer, and just like that, Brie Bella taps out.
Yeah.
That's why I think this match was...
Brie has a low durability
rating. If she's in W2K16, I'm going to change her durability to 0. Because that's fucking garbage.
One finisher locked in.
Oh my god, that is just... I guess this is the Divas Revolution, where a superstar can work a body part where it has nothing to do with their finishing moveset, and then suddenly lose when another finisher gets... like Becky Lynch was like John Cena in this match.
Yeah. Gets her ass kicked, but then she hits her finisher.
One finisher, that's it. Game over.
Yeah.
It's not even... I mean, it's a cool finishing move, but it's not that spectacular.
Oh, yeah. What else happened? They were showing Charlotte in the Muscle magazine or whatever, but
but Becky Lynch's theme was playing, so I'm like,
we thought they're playing the wrong theme, but it turns out
we kind of thought that they botched and played the wrong theme. Like, you can't blame us; they've done shit like that in the past. So,
yeah. but it turns out that Becky Lynch had made her entrance recently. Yeah. So
that was a terrible match. I didn't like it at all.
I give it like 5 stars because Becky Lynch was there. No.
Okay, that's your opinion, but because I don't like Becky, or it's not I don't like Becky Lynch, she's not my favorite. I give the match 2.5.
2.5, okay.
And the 2.5 goes to Becky Lynch's suddenly finishing move, winning the match. That's it.
All right.
Brie Bella, you get no stars. Get your ass out of here. Going into the last war of the night, we had the match of the year, which is what we thought they were going to do. I mean, well, actually, we thought it was going to be Superstar of the Year, but then when we heard that, we're like, okay, they're going to save the last award for Match of the Year.
Yeah.
Nominees,
one of those 2 will be last.
Yeah. Nominees were Cena, Seth Rollins, and Brock Lesnar's triple threat match at the Royal Rumble, which ended up being my match of the year. Another nominee, we had Sting versus Triple H at WrestleMania 31. Which is really weird how this was considered match of the year.
# worst match of the year.
Exactly. Cena versus Owens at Elimination Chamber.
Good
understandable.
Match, good match.
Reigns versus Ziggler versus Owens versus Alberto Del Rio for the #1 contender match for the WWE title.
I don't even remember that.
Again, this is another nominee where I'm like, WWE, are you sure that was match of the year quality?
There was nothing else?
Out of anything else, are you sure? It's almost like they should have watched our podcast for ideas.
Yeah.
And the last nominee, Lesnar versus Taker at Hell in the Cell, which ended up being the winner. I disagree. I mean, yeah, it was a good match, and like there's that one spot where he tore the ring up and then F5'd them. But I mean, everyone pretty much predicted this match and who was going to win that match.
Yep.
I don't think Undertaker was going to win that match. I think they wanted to solidify Lesnar as a beast and make Undertaker go away for a while, so it had to be Lesnar.
Yeah, and I can think of at least like 3 or 4 other matches that weren't even nominated that were better than...
Exactly, like better than Sting versus Triple H.
Like, that, I don't get it. I think they're obligated to give Triple H a nomination for this every year for some reason.
They could have easily just did scrap Sting and Triple H's and put John Cena and Owens' second fight on there, and that would have been everyone would have been okay with that. I'm like, oh fuck, man, that's insane. Like, which one's gonna win? Like, the first match is just as epic as the second match. The second match is pretty good still.
Yeah.
So like, I don't understand. They've missed a lot of good matches. Why didn't they pick the Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, and then Seth Rollins cashing in? That could have been match of the year just because of the ending itself.
If you need a WrestleMania match, don't pick Sting versus Triple H. Pick that.
That wasn't even a match. It was just like a nostalgia match of like, oh shit, look, NWO, oh shit, DX. Like there wasn't even wrestling. It was just everyone coming back and kicking each other in the face.
And it made absolutely no sense.
It was just all like spots, that match. It wasn't even a match. It was just spot fillers to get the crowd hyped.
Yeah.
It basically just it was a WrestleMania moment. It wasn't even a WrestleMania match.
I know. So, if you wanted to nominate Triple H, well, don't, because he didn't deserve it this year. If you wanted to nominate Sting versus Seth Rollins, at least, because that match was way better.
And injured. He's gone for good now.
But that match was way better than Sting versus Triple H.
So I honestly don't agree with this winner, but I kind of thought it was going to be like either the first one or the Hell in a Cell match, because they're in Indianapolis tonight. So I'm like, okay, Brock Lesnar going to come out. We hear Brock Lesnar's music. I'm like, oh shit, he's finally going to come out. And nope. for the 5th or 6th straight award, where we thought the winner was going to come out. It's Paul Heyman.
Yeah, who doesn't even have the theme.
No, who the crowd's just screaming, "We want Lesnar" in his hometown. I can't believe they bury him in his own town. They don't make him show up. What's he doing right now? What's he doing better right now to not show up just to accept the award?
He's hunting in Saskatchewan.
Like, unbelievable. This guy has the greatest. This guy has the greatest contract in sports history. Like, it's all this fucking money for these appearances and can't even just show up to Raw for like 10 minutes, accept the award, and fly back home.
No,
he doesn't have to do shit. He doesn't have to do shit. The greatest contract in sports, right there. But Paul Heyman accepts the award and basically says that no one has the balls to come up and challenge Brock Lesnar right now, which is true. We haven't heard anything about. I haven't heard no rumors about Brock Lesnar's future right now. Who's he going to feud with? So maybe they're keeping that quiet because he's going to win the Royal Rumble. That's probably one of my guesses. I can't think of anyone else who's going to win the Royal Rumble though. You can't have anyone right now. No one has that potential right now to win the Royal Rumble unless it makes Sami Zayn come back and win it. And he has like a great 2016 year. Meaning like he wins the Royal Rumble and he goes to WrestleMania. You know, like I don't know. Yeah. This year's Royal Rumble is not predictable at all.
Nope.
Last year's everyone knew it was going to be Roman Reigns
because Roman Reigns or Daniel Bryan.
Yeah. This year, no idea. Everyone's probably gonna swerve us. Like this would be a good time for WWE to swerve us. Everyone's gonna be like, okay, it's gonna be Brock Lesnar because he hasn't been on TV in a while. He's gonna come back to Royal Rumble and win it.
Oh man.
So maybe they're gonna swerve us though.
He already won a Royal Rumble.
Yeah, I know. But we'll see about that. Going into the last match of the night, the main event was Sheamus against Dean Ambrose in a steel cage match. Before the match even started, though, they showed the Usos getting their ass kicked by the League of Nations backstage for some reason.
Oh, because they won an award that they didn't deserve.
Oh, okay, so that's why the League of Nations were there, beating the shit out of people.
They're the shields of injustice.
No, I guess so. The Usos pretty much got their ass handed to them. League of Nations comes out. Sheamus is in the ring. You got Rusev, Barrett, and Del Rio at ringside. Ambrose comes to the ring, and basically before he even gets in the ring, gets bro-kicked out of the ring pretty brutally.
Ambrose wins. No,
this match was okay, I guess, for a cage match. There's a lot of good spots.
Yeah, it was good. I liked it.
The
elbow drop off the cage?
Yeah, that was pretty good. The white noise. But other than that, the match was pretty boring. It was just Sheamus kicking the shit out of Ambrose, pretty much.
Even the crowd was chanting.
Yeah, the crowd was chanting, "This is boring" at the one point, which was pretty funny.
And then they realized that they liked Ambrose, so I think they started chanting, "Sheamus is boring."
Yeah.
And then Sheamus is like taunting them.
Yeah, and from then it picked up. Reigns showed up out of nowhere and started kicking the shit out of Rusev and Del Rio and Barrett at ringside. He goes over and hands Ambrose a chair inside the ring. Ambrose beats the shit out of Sheamus with it. Ambrose tries to climb up. Or no, he does dirty deeds to Sheamus on the chair first. That looked pretty cool.
Why don't you just pin him?
And there, he could have just pinned him.
Yeah.
I mean, I love how the storytelling, and like he's like, oh no, I have to climb the cage. I don't have to pin him. I can easily win this match. No, I can either walk out the door or easily pin him.
I'm gonna climb.
I want to climb the cage, make it look badass. Like I just put all that effort in to climb the cage. So he's climbing the cage. Sheamus eventually gets up, like we all thought he was going to. They both end up on the other side of the cage. Sheamus starts headbutting Dean Ambrose, which eventually caused him to fall and lose the match.
Yeah.
So they made Sheamus lose the match.
I don't understand. Like, you got two guys hanging off the cage outside. Like, just fall down.
I thought they were both just going to jump down and, like, do, like, a near fall kind of thing. Yeah. Tie thing. But no, Sheamus made himself lose.
Yeah, I never get that when they do that.
Yeah, I can't get over that.
It's like one of you just decide to fall first and you're going to win the match.
Yeah. But anyways.
Ambrose getting busted pretty badly on the top of his head.
Yeah, he did get busted, as we've seen. He's probably going to get a couple staples.
Yeah, Barrett or something close. So
he better be he better be careful on Super SmackDown Live.
Yeah,
and not to bust open those staples.
Yeah. Maybe they'll just make it Ziggler versus Owens singles match.
Oh God, yeah.
Let Ambrose rest a little.
Super SmackDown Live. Oh, anyways, then Reigns ends up spearing Sheamus.
Yeah,
but before the end of the show could even happen, some weird moment just happened. It shows backstage Stephanie McMahon watching TV. Tom Phillips coming up and asking her how she feels, and then she just slaps the shit out of him.
Yeah.
What? I want to know what the point of this was. Is Tom Phillips going to come back with a class action lawsuit now? And
yeah.
Maybe think it's an unsafe work environment with Stephanie McMahon because she's just losing her mind now. This is 2 weeks in a row she slapped the shit out of people, like Roman Reigns last week, and then now this week Tom Phillips.
Yeah.
Like, what did Tom Phillips ever do? Come on, poor Tom Phillips. Okay. Like what the fuck? He's just doing his job,
I'm just
Steph.
trying to do my job.
Literally, he's just doing. I guarantee you, it's gonna come down to that next week, or even we hear a little bit about it on SmackDown.
Tom Phillips or Todd.
Actually,
whatever.
no, not on SmackDown. Stephanie doesn't even appear on SmackDown, so we're not gonna hear anything till Raw.
He doesn't work Tuesdays.
No.
New GM Tom Phillips or Todd Phillips or
Tom
whatever.
Phillips for new GM.
Yeah.
Tom
Shane
Phillips
O'Mac.
wins Interviewer of the Year.
Interviewer of the year. Yeah.
Yeah.
So here we'll give you the Slammy.
I can't believe they didn't do something like that. Like
Interviewer of the
backstage interview of the year.
Renee Young,
Renee Young probably could have won. She got her own show on the network, so Tom Phillips doesn't.
Oh yeah, what's that show called again?
I'm not sure, but I watched one of the episodes today, which I should know because I watched it. Today was with Seth Rollins, and they're just basically talking about life and like what Seth Rollins does during his life. And it's
Are
pretty
they eating
cool.
breakfast or something?
No, they're eating at some restaurant, and Seth Rollins is basically just a huge CrossFit nut. And
Okay, yeah. I think I saw. I think I saw that one because that was the very first episode.
Yeah, and just I don't know. It was just talking about life. It wasn't talking about anything about wrestling. Just talking about life.
Yeah.
So good for Renee Young.
Oh, unfiltered.
Unfiltered.
Yeah.
That's it. But anyways, guys, that's pretty much it for the boring Slammy Award-winning Raw. I mean, not really much else to talk about. We'll have to tune in for Super SmackDown Live tomorrow. Hopefully, it's as super as they say it's going to be. Other than that, I'm your host as always, the greatest host, Kyle Masters. No self Phil here with me. That's it.